dangerous, aggressive, unpredictable. Some dog breeds carry reputations that follow them everywhere. But are these labels based on science or fear? Tonight, we uncover the hidden truth about the most misunderstood dog breeds in the world, and what research really says about canine behavior, genetics, and environment. Because sometimes, the problem isn't the dog. Dog breed reputations don't appear overnight. They are shaped by media headlines, isolated incidents, viral stories, and sometimes misinformation. When a specific breed is involved in an incident, the breed name becomes the focus. But behavior science tells us something important. No dog is born aggressive by default. Temperament is influenced by genetics, early socialization, training, environment, and human handling. In the world of dogs, perception is a powerful force. We often judge a book by its cover, and for some breeds, that cover comes with a heavy burden of preconceived notions. Yet certain breeds continue to be judged before they are even known. And perhaps no dog is more emblematic of this struggle, more shrouded in controversy and misunderstanding than the pit bull. The very name conjures strong, often negative imagery, fueled by decades of media sensationalism. But what many people don't realize is that pit bull isn't even a single recognized breed. It's a label, a broad category that encompasses several distinct breeds, including the American Pit Bull Terrier, the American Staffordshire Terrier, and the Staffordshire Bull Terrier, along with countless mixed-breed dogs that share similar physical characteristics. This ambiguity is the first layer of a complex and often unfair story. In the court of public opinion, these dogs are often portrayed as inherently dangerous, unpredictable, or unstable. This narrative, woven from isolated incidents and a dark history of misuse in dogfighting rings, has had devastating real-world consequences. Across the globe, pit bulls and similar-looking dogs are frequently banned or heavily restricted under what is known as breed-specific legislation, or BSL. These laws can force families to surrender their beloved pets, lead to the euthanasia of countless healthy, well-behaved dogs in shelters, and create a false sense of security in communities. Major animal welfare organizations, including the ASPCA and the American Veterinary Medical Association, have long opposed BSL, arguing that it is ineffective at preventing dog bites and unfairly punishes responsible owners and innocent animals. So, if legislation based on breed is not the answer, we must ask a more fundamental question. What does the actual research show about their temperament? When we move beyond anecdotes and look at objective data, the stereotype begins to crumble. Studies on canine temperament testing consistently reveal that well-socialized pit bulls score similarly to, and often better than, many popular family breeds in stability and friendliness. For instance, the American Temperament Test Society, which evaluates a dog's reaction to various stimuli, shows the American Pit Bull Terrier with a passing rate of over 87%. This is higher than many breeds we instinctively trust, like the Golden Retriever and the Beagle. These tests confirm what responsible owners have always known, that a dog's individual personality, training, and socialization are far more predictive of its behavior than its breed. This gentle nature isn't a new development. In fact, it's deeply rooted in their history. Before the media storm of the late 20th century, pit bull-type dogs were celebrated in America. Historically, they were known as nanny dogs, or America's dog, due to their unwavering loyalty, patience, and strong, protective bond with families, especially children. They were trusted companions, featured in advertising and even wartime propaganda as a symbol of courage and dependability. So why the fear? If science and history paint a picture of a stable, loyal companion, what created this chasm between reputation and reality? Part of it undeniably comes from their physical strength. These are powerful, athletic animals, bred for tenacity and determination. A larger part comes from their tragic history of misuse in the cruel, illegal world of dogfighting, which selectively bred for aggression towards other animals. And the largest part of all comes from irresponsible ownership, when powerful breeds are poorly trained, unsocialized, neglected, or intentionally encouraged to act aggressively. The consequences can be serious. This is where the responsibility lies, not with the dog, but with the human. A well-cared-for pit bull, raised with clear boundaries, positive reinforcement, and extensive socialization from a young age, is no more a threat than any other dog. The potential for danger when mishandled is not unique to pit bulls. The same is true for any large, powerful breed, from German Shepards to Rottweilers to Dobermans. The focus on a single type of dog distracts from the real issue: the universal importance of responsible dog ownership, regardless of breed. By judging the deed and not the breed, we can create safer communities for both people and pets. It requires us to look past the headlines and see the individual dog wagging its tail in front of us. It means investing in education, promoting responsible pet ownership, and enforcing strong animal cruelty laws. Because the hidden truth is not about the danger of a specific breed. Strength is not the same as aggression. Yet for the Rottweiler, the two are often unfairly conflated. With their powerful frame, broad head, and deep, intelligent eyes, Rottweilers are frequently seen as intimidating. This perception is amplified by their portrayal in media, where they are too often cast as one-dimensional guard dogs, overshadowing their true nature. But to truly understand the breed, we must look past the stereotype and into their history. Descended from the drover dogs of the Roman Empire, their story begins in the German town of Rottweil. Here, they were indispensable working partners, not just herding cattle to market, but also pulling carts laden with goods for butchers. Their strength and loyalty were so trusted that merchants would tie their money pouches around the dogs' necks for safekeeping. This history forged a breed defined by intelligence, endurance, and a profound bond with its people. They were protectors of property and companions in labor, a far cry from the aggressive caricature often presented today. This inherent protective instinct is a key part of their temperament, but it's crucial to understand that protective behavior is not the same as aggression. A well-bred Rottweiler possesses a wait-and-see attitude. They are self-assured and observant, assessing situations with calm confidence rather than reacting with fear or hostility. This instinct, when nurtured by a deep bond with their family, transforms into a quiet, steady guardianship. They are naturally aloof with strangers, but endlessly affectionate and devoted to their inner circle. The key to unlocking this balanced temperament lies in responsible ownership. Research in canine behavior consistently shows that early and consistent socialization, combined with positive reinforcement training, is paramount. Exposing them to various people, sounds, and environments from a young age helps build a confident, stable adult. This isn't about suppressing their nature, it's about guiding it. When their needs for exercise, mental stimulation, and companionship are met, Rottweilers are not the intimidating figures of myth. They are goofy, playful, and profoundly loyal family members who offer unwavering devotion. They remind us that a dog's behavior is a reflection not just of its breed, but of the guidance, training, and love it receives. However, without early training and clear structure, their strength and guarding instincts can become problematic. Again, environment shapes outcome. The Doberman Pinscher was originally bred for protection. Their alert posture, speed, and intelligence make them appear intense. But intelligence can be misunderstood. Highly intelligent breeds require mental stimulation. Without it, frustration can develop into unwanted behavior. In temperament evaluations, Dobermans often rank as loyal, trainable, and responsive to positive reinforcement. Their strong bond with owners makes them sensitive, not naturally hostile. Fear often arises from appearance, but appearance does not define character. German Shepherds are widely used in police and military roles. Because of this, many associate them with aggression. In reality, they are chosen for their intelligence, discipline, and trainability. They are working dogs, and like all working breeds, they require purpose. When a dog is left alone, without purpose or companionship, a deep-seated anxiety can take root. This is especially true for intelligent, high-energy breeds that were originally developed for specific jobs. Without stimulation and leadership, their brilliant minds and powerful bodies have no productive outlet. It's in this vacuum that behavioral problems can appear, not as a sign of a bad dog, but as a desperate cry for help. They might chew furniture, bark incessantly, or develop separation anxiety. These are not acts of malice. They are symptoms of a deeper issue. But those problems stem from unmet needs, for exercise, for mental challenges, for clear guidance, and for social connection. They are not evidence of inherent danger. For decades, we've pointed the finger at certain breeds, creating a narrative of fear based on stereotypes. We've labeled them aggressive or unpredictable, ignoring the science that tells a very different story. The truth is, the most significant factor in a dog's behavior isn't its breed, but its environment and experiences. Modern research definitively shows that breed alone is not a reliable predictor of aggression. A landmark genetic study published in the journal analyzed the DNA of over 2,000 dogs alongside extensive surveys from their owners. The goal was to untangle the complex relationship between genetics and behavior. The findings were revolutionary. The study found that breed explains only about 9% of the variation in an individual dog's behavior, particularly for traits like aggression. While certain tendencies, such as a pointer's instinct to point or a border collie's urge to herd, can be linked to breeds, individual personality varies widely. A dog's ancestry does not seal its fate. This means that knowing a dog's breed tells you very little about how it will act in any given situation. Two golden retrievers can have wildly different personalities, just as two pit bull-type dogs can. So if breed isn't the deciding factor, what is? Behavior is a complex tapestry woven from many threads. It is shaped by early socialization. The critical window between 3 and 14 weeks of life is where a puppy learns what is safe and what is scary. Positive exposure to a wide variety of sights, sounds, people, and other animals builds a foundation of confidence for life. Owner consistency. Dogs thrive on predictability and clear communication. When rules and boundaries are consistent, a dog understands its role in the family and feels secure. Inconsistency creates confusion and anxiety, which can lead to behavioral issues. Training methods. Modern science-based training focuses on positive reinforcement, rewarding desired behaviors. This builds a strong, trusting bond. Conversely, punishment-based methods can increase fear and anxiety and may even provoke the aggressive responses they are meant to stop. Living conditions. A border collie cooped up in a tiny apartment with no outlet for its energy is more likely to develop neurotic behaviors than one living on a farm with a job to do. The environment must match the dog's physical and mental needs, and, crucially, traumatic experiences. A single negative event, like being attacked by another dog or mistreated by a person, can have a lasting impact, creating fear-based reactivity that requires patience and careful rehabilitation to overcome. This complex interplay of factors applies to all dogs, regardless of size. In fact, some studies suggest smaller breeds can be more prone to aggressive behaviors like growling and snapping. Even small breeds can show aggressive behavior if poorly socialized or if their warning signals are ignored. But because they cause less physical damage, their actions are often dismissed as cute or feisty. Their behavior is often overlooked. This creates a dangerous double standard. We tolerate and even encourage behaviors in small dogs that we would condemn in larger breeds, inadvertently reinforcing their aggression while simultaneously vilifying bigger dogs for the very same actions. This selective focus means we fail to address the root causes of aggression in any dog, and we unfairly punish dogs based on appearance rather than action. The hidden truth is uncomfortable. Human influence plays a larger role than many realize, so who are the most misunderstood dog breeds in the world? Often, they are the strongest, the most loyal, the most protective. Breeds labeled as dangerous are frequently the ones most dependent on responsible ownership. No dog is born with a reputation. Reputations are built by stories, and sometimes rewritten by understanding. In the next episode, we explore another hidden truth. How did dogs evolve from wolves? And what instincts still remain inside them today? Because to understand modern dogs, we must return to their wild origins.